And welcome back. And we are moving into our first conversation for this morning as we talk about the upcoming commemoration of the 2008th anniversary of the Mexican independence. And with us on set, we have Ambassador Carlos Quesnel Melendez, who is the Ambassador of Mexico to Belize. Good morning. Good morning. And in the middle, we have Lucinda Castillo, who's from Apex Events Services Belize Limited, and she's the Director of Administration. And on the end, we have the Cultural Attaché for the Mexican Embassy of Belize, Diego Sapien. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you. Okay. I stopped asking for the tequila at this early hour. And the actual Independence Day is a little bit further away, so we can wait for that one. But thank you for being here. And we look forward to hearing a bit more about how we'll be celebrating, right? So, Ambassador, let's start off just by talking about the independence of Mexico, 208 years.
That's correct. We are celebrating this year 208 years since we we started our independence. Since this day in 1810, the movement of independence started with the Grito de Dolores, which is how priest Hidalgo, Miguel Hidalgo, asked the people, invited people to join the movement against the bad government, and that day started really the independence movement, which finished in 1820. Sorry. So it took many years for the Mexicans to get the independence, and since 1824 we celebrate this day doing the recreation of El Grito. And well, here again in September, time flies, and as in the case in Belize, as you celebrate in September, many days of the month. In Mexico, we usually celebrate this day on the 15th of September. This year, we are celebrating on the 13th in a very special way. We have never done that in Belize before. We are not doing a normal party, but we are doing a very big party through a concert. Yes. We are receiving a group, Winds of Orchestra from Mexico City, and they are coming the same day, that's the 13th, so tomorrow, and after the big party, the big concert, they are going back to Mexico City.
Wow. Yeah, it's a very prestigious group, and we'll learn about them in just a few. But I want to go back to what I've always found to be an interesting fact in the Mexican independence, which is what you stated earlier. It's not celebrating the day the battle was over; it's the day it started. And if you think of how that symbolizes the importance of the battle itself, talk to us about how the history of the independence has helped to shape what Mexican culture is today.
Well, it's a very important day. As a matter of fact, I would say it's the most important day for Mexicans. Yeah. Everyone in Mexico celebrates, in every family, in every village, in every city, in every embassy. We do celebrate it, since that really created Mexico as it is today, an independent, a free Mexico that we are very proud of. And then the way certainly we celebrate is doing fiestas, as in any case. We are, you know, good for organizing parties. But this is a very special celebration for us, since, as you mentioned, this event that initiated the independence movement did really shape the Mexico that was looking for freedom, was looking to be independent. And that it did cost a lot of people who died, and a lot of years since we could become independent from Spain, and we were born as a mestizo country that we are till today very proud of.
Yeah. And very notable people coming out of that battle. And as you pointed out, in the El Grito ceremony, that's where they are honored.
That's the way we do it. And as I mentioned before, in every house, in every city, we do celebrate it. But the main celebration is at the Zócalo in Mexico City, where hundreds of thousands of people come and join the President of Mexico, who comes out into the balcony, the same way as Miguel Hidalgo came out of the church in Dolores Hidalgo, and then do this famous Grito, Viva Mexico, Viva Mexico, and from the balcony, and all the people repeated this Viva Mexico. So it's very exciting. I was there many years ago when I was young, and it's really exciting that people who can do it should do it. It's a great experience to be there in that main square in Mexico City at the night of 15th and the 16th. We have a big military parade. It's an amazing parade, which is also a great experience. I was also there a couple of times with my kids, and we did enjoy that, to see that parade that goes through the Reform Avenue, one of the main avenues in Mexico. And then we have in every house, in every place, we have celebrations all over the day, the 16th.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit more about what people are at home saying, El Grito, what is that?
Well, El Grito is exactly the recreation of what Miguel Hidalgo did, that he yields on the people to ask for the people to come out of their houses and join the movement of independence, to take the weapons and to go and fight against the bad government, and to look for the freedom and independence of Mexico. So that's the way that we still celebrate that we got that independence since that year.
It's a call to action.
It's a call to action, that's correct.
And
Yes.
it's where we get the iconic Viva Mexico.
That's correct.
That you find and hear everywhere,
That's correct.
but especially at Independence.
That's exactly that, and we still feel a lot of emotion. You know, we feel very excited about that day, and maybe that's just a representation what it was done in 1810, but that represents indeed a new Mexico, a modern Mexico, Mexico that is free, that it's a new nation that is born, and Mexico comes to the world as a free nation that day.
Now, in Mexico City, it's the president who leads the El Grito, and in other countries, the lead representative, like yourself, the ambassador, leads the El Grito. What is that experience like for you in the previous celebrations, where you get in front of not just Mexicans who are living abroad, but everybody who's there celebrating, to lead the El Grito? Well,
it's a great experience. It's one of the nicest experiences of the year. I really feel very excited, as all of my colleagues. In the case of the embassies, it's the ambassadors who do the Grito. In the United States, for example, we have 50 consulates. It's the largest network of consulates from one country to another one. It's the consuls who do the Grito, and we all agree that this is the most exciting day of the year. It's to be with a crowd of Mexicans, in this case of Belizeans, who also accompany us with the Grito, and I feel so happy, so proud to see that everybody gets very excited and also repeats Viva Mexico, Viva Mexico. This is really very, very exciting, and that tells you how emotive, how nice is this party for everybody, not only for Mexicans. And this is one of the things that I find this year very special. I hope that there will be a lot of Belizeans there, not only enjoying the nice music that the Winds Orchestra is performing, but also being part of this ceremony, this very Mexican ceremony of El Grito. So I will be very happy to see not only the Mexican community there, but also Belizeans joining us in celebrating this day. And you're going to get a jump start on everybody else, because it's on the 13th, which is tomorrow. That's correct. And in a venue that can accommodate quite a lot of Belizeans. So there's been this coordinating effort in being able to get this very large orchestra, not only into the country, but to get them organized in a space where they can have a great performance. Talk to us about the preparations for the concert.
Well, the preparations have been for almost a month and a half now. Almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. The orchestra, we're very humbled and we're very happy that they accepted to come to Belize. They are going to come on the same day. They come on on their own plane. They're leaving on the same day. So it's a 65-element band orchestra that we are having here in Belize City. We're very happy also that it was done, that the Civic Center accepted. We're very happy. We thank Lucinda and the Civic Center team for having us there. And we decided that we wanted to have that orchestra on the Civic Center because it's one of the newest and one of the best places to have this type of concert there. You know, it had all of the specifications, microphone, stage, etc. Space for public to, you know, to attend the event. So we're really happy that it was done there at the Civic Center.
Yeah, and 65 musicians and instruments.
And instruments, exactly.
We've agreed it's a logistical task to just get them from the airport to the Civic Center. You know, try and maybe show them a little bit of the city and get them there and get them started up and ready. We've taken the stage to the largest we've ever taken it since we opened 4 months ago. Everyone comes in and, you know, they want a nice size stage, but it's never been 50 by 30. It's a huge stage, actually.
Yeah,
we were looking at it yesterday.
When it was done yesterday,
it was finished putting up yesterday, and it was just walking on it was. I can now imagine, because I was going, how do we fit 65 people on our stage? I've never seen it this big, but it worked really well, and we're all looking forward to it. We've been inviting as many people as we can. We've been trying to promote it as much as possible, not just for people who know that they like this type of music, but for others who have never had the opportunity to attend a concert like this. We don't have that many opportunities to have a large orchestra like this in Belize. And as a parent, I think about the opportunity it provides for families to show their children a whole different experience. And I said it the other day, and I'll say it again. If you've never heard it, if you've never experienced it, you can't say, no, that's not my thing. I don't like it. So come out. It's free. There's no cost to get in. We have ample seating for everyone. And you know,
get in early. Doors open. Doors are going to open at 6 o'clock.
Doors will open at 6.
It's open seating.
It's open seating. The concert begins at 7.
Exactly.
And then to just be able to be a part of the experience of El Grito as well. So we've set it to a few schools. I mean, let your history classes come. You know, give them a little incentive. Give them a little extra point for attending and being able to share what that experience was like for them. Because if we can get a crowd of people in there, Ambassador just might feel like he's in a miniature plaza in Mexico City, right? So yeah, we're really excited about doing it tomorrow. I'm just on pins and needles for when the orchestra arrives. We've never had something this large in the Civic, the new Civic, and so you know it's an exciting time for all of us, I think.
If I may just add, I really want to thank the Civic Center, Apex, Lucinda Castillo, who has been very helpful. For us, these magnificent facilities of the Civic Center opens us a new door that we can bring these kind of groups that are very large and from high quality. So this is a great opportunity for not only for Mexicans but only for Belizeans to enjoy this kind of high quality musicians, groups. And we will have also opportunities in the future to bring more groups. But in this occasion, we are very proud that we can do it at the Civic Center, bring such a nice group, a big group. It's a group that accepted to come. I am really surprised personally because it's a very special date. September is very busy in Mexico. And by the way, they are coming tomorrow. They are leaving tomorrow after the concert. The next day they are going to Washington, D.C. to perform as well. And then they are coming back on the 15th, 16th, having performances in Mexico City. Wow. So this is a great opportunity. And we are very happy that we have these facilities, great facilities at the Civic Center.
This is a very prestigious group. I mean, they're flying in on their own plane, and people are thinking, what orchestra has their own? Well, they're coming through the government. They're a government. They're a national orchestra, right?
They're a national. One of the national orchestras. We have one from the Marines. We have from the Army. So this is also one of the big government orchestras funded by the government. and we are very happy that they are here. There have been a band or an orchestra since 2007.
Yeah.
It's a 65 member band. As I have mentioned, that they have 6 in the recordings. They have 6 or 7 recordings now. They have been in national and international stages, the National Palace of the Performing Arts, many other different, the Sala Netzahualcoyotl in Mexico City. If you have a musician or a music buff here in Belize, you know that if you're a classic band or an orchestra band, you need to play at the Sala Netzahualcoyotl. So that is one of the main, it's like Carnegie Hall in the United States, comparable to that. So we are very humbled, we are very joyous that they could come. I cannot stop to repeat that, but you have a unique opportunity, or we have a unique opportunity to presence one of the big orchestras of Mexico right now.
And Diego and Ambassador have both assured me that it's not just boring old music
Exactly.
that's being played, that it is a variety of types of music, pop, Mexican,
classical, traditional, folk. They even have a big set of last year when Juan Gabriel died. Well, they did only a performance of medley of Juan Gabriel songs. So for this time, we have a surprise of. We don't want to give out.
I was going to say, they do it in Belize, so people are going to start flocking.
Well, we have kind of something like that, a Mexican guitarist, a very famous Mexican guitarist, that probably people will know who that is, but we don't want to say who it is, so come out. If you need to know, come out, come to the Civic Center. It's a very famous guitarist that we're going to close the show with that.
Now you both said very clearly that you're even surprised that they accepted to come. And what made you decide to shift things this year and invite this particular group to be a part of your celebration here in Belize?
Well, we wanted to make a big party, but we wanted to invite Belizeans to be part of this. And this was a great opportunity when the Civic Center told us that we could do something there. And when I received the news that they could come and they did accept to come, I was so happy, so excited. And so we will have a party. We will have our ceremony of El Grito, which is for me as an ambassador is the main point. But there is no better way to do this than with such a great music and with many people around, with many Belizeans being part of this celebration, and the Mexican community certainly. So I'm very excited that we will be receiving not only the special guests, but also Belizeans who will be part of this celebration. And well, this is the first time that we do a concert, and I hope that will be just the beginning of many concerts in the future. But I'm sure that this will be a nice concert, since the group is a very, very nice group.
I mean, when you think about it, making a stop in Belize before Washington, D.C., then going back to Mexico, it really makes us seem very important, huh?
Well, you have a privilege. It's a unique experience that you need to go. You need to go. You need to experience that. As Ms. Lucinda said, if you're not accustomed to going one of these shows, just go and go for the experience. There's going to be soft drinks. There's going to be a
we're going to have food and drinks on sale.
Drinks on sale, so everybody can be comfortable to experience this. As we said, it's a wide array of music that you're going to experience, and personally experience it also in an orchestra type. It's also could be a really fulfilling. To hear a different experience or a different way to hear pop music, traditional music, even mariachi music in an orchestra, interpreted by an orchestra. It's an experience. It's an experience.
It's wind instruments only.
Wind instruments only, but it's we also have singers with them too. So it's a complete experience. It's a complete experience. 65-member band is a complete experience that you don't want to miss.
You might have to clear some dancing space too.
Could be.
There will be some music.
I've told them if it's all the different types of music they talked about, Belizeans like to dance. So you'll be able to get up in your seat, move around a little bit, and then there is going to be space as well. So the stage is taking up a large portion of the court because it's so large. It's taking up a big portion of the court, but there are thousands of seats available in there, and so we really want to invite and encourage people to come out for this event. It's starting at 7. We know it's a Thursday night. We know there's school and work the next day, so it's starting at 7. It's going till about 8, maybe closer to 9 with the ceremony and everything. But you know,
so you
there's
have a little time. You get off of work at 5.
You get to go freshen up, grab the kids, come by.
It's a family event, also family-oriented event. That is also important. Come out with the kids. Come out with the family, friend, neighbor, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. Come out, experience.
I think this is a great opportunity to bring the kids.
Yeah.
It's a family-oriented event. I'm bringing my kids.
I'm bringing mine.
Even though it's going to be difficult for the school, etc. They are very excited also to come and to see the musicians that are coming from Mexico and to listen to all different kind of music.
It's going to be an hour 20, an hour and a half show.
Okay.
So you can have a time. There's enough time, so you're not going to be that late out either. You know, so
I can sleep late one night.
Exactly.
and for the schools and the students, I mean, if you're a part of a history club at SJC, for example, the El Grito ceremony is a great part, something great to really take a look at. And if you're in a music club or something at one of the other schools,
there are several music clubs here in
a lot of the schools, Pallotti, SCA, BHS, BES even. I mean, a lot of the other primary schools, Holy Redeemer has a great band, you know, so it's an opportunity to bring those musicians out to see other musicians perform and maybe a different type of music. And who knows, it might give them some inspiration, some ideas for something that they have coming up, you know.
Yeah, and we also have our national orchestra, national youth orchestra as well.
Right.
So it's great for them to have that experience as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then there'll be food on sale.
There'll be food on
free
sale.
of cost.
It's free of cost. Entrance is free of cost, so you can just come on in. Bring a few dollars with you, especially if you have kids. I know as a mother, your kids are always hungry and thirsty. So there will be food and drink on sale, as we have at all of our events. And I think it promises to be a really good time.
Y no tequila y tacos?
No tequila y tacos. So this conversation initially started out with Ambassador calling and saying, you know, we wanted to have a celebration for independence, but we want to do it somewhere maybe different, not in Belmopan again. We want to talk about maybe having our little party at the Civic Center. And so I invited him, as I do with everyone, come by, take a look, see what we have available. And he came, he took a walk around. We were actually having an event that day, so he got to see a stage set up and everything. And he walked away, and they came back like 2 days later and said, okay, we're not just going to have a little party. We want to have a concert. And I said, okay. So we started talking about it, and Diego and the ambassador and other members of the embassy and the ambassador's wife and I, we've all been in constant communication, trying to plan it and make sure that it goes off without a hitch. It is a lot of people to bring in. It's a lot of people to make sure they get something to eat in all of their flying around.
Be comfortable too.
Comfortable, yes.
Have a nice experience. So we have gotten in other musicians here in Belize, and they always come out with a big smile. So we want to do that again. Also, the public, we want them to have a magnificent experience with this big orchestra. So come out. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to come out with a big smile as well.
And I'm sure once the orchestra has this first experience, it'll be easier to tell them to ask them to come back next time.
I can tell you they are very excited to come to Belize. We will organize a tour in city, Belize City, before the concert, and they are very, very excited about it. And I must confess, it has been very hard to organize it. It is not an easy task to organize such an event. But I feel very proud that it's an event that is not only a musical event, it's not only El Grito, the ceremonial El Grito, which is very important for us as Mexicans, but it's also very important that it's a way to bring some of Mexico to Belize and to show Belizeans this very important part of Mexicans, as is the music that is so important for Mexico. And we want to bring both people Belize, people Mexico together through this concert. So the message is beyond just a concert. It's a message of friendship, of closeness of both peoples of both countries. And I'm very happy for that, and I'm sure that it will be a great event.
Absolutely.
Mexico doesn't just offer good shopping, great beaches, and good tequila. They also offer good music. So.
Thank you. I think that music is a very important part of our culture, and we are bringing this part of the Mexicans to Belize. So we are very happy to do that.
Yeah. You know, it sounds like it's been quite an effort trying to get it all together, and the day is here, pretty much. Talk to us about if someone wants to come and should they get a ticket? Should they just show up at 6 and try to claim their preferred
spot? The doors open at 6. We're going to open several of the doors. For some events, depending on the size of the event, we open 1 or 2. We're going to be opening, I think, the majority of the doors at the entrance. So it's just come in early so you can get parking. There are 140 spaces on the lot. There's 89 spaces under the building. The Mexican Embassy will probably need some of those for the musicians and all the vehicles that are coming in to accommodate them. But come in early, get some parking. The AC will be on, so it'll be nice and cool. You'll be able to get away from the mosquitoes that have been plaguing us lately. You know, and yeah, just come in and grab a seat. If you've been in the Civic before, you know the way to the yellow seats, and it's you know, grab a seat and just
get comfortable.
Get comfortable. Get something to eat. Get something to drink. You're able to eat and drink in your seat, so you can do that while you wait for it to start. And it should be pretty good.
Be ready to scream "Viva Mexico!"
Yes,
ready to do the Grito to Viva Mexico with a strong voice. Yes.
And that's how you're going to close off the show.
That's correct. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So it starts at 7, but the Civic opens at 6. It is a free event. You may have to pay for your sodas and food, but of course you get to enjoy great music from a very prestigious orchestra coming out of Mexico, who are literally stopping in for the concert and heading on to DC. So it is going to be a great celebration. Anything else you'd like to say to the Belizean public, and just in the spirit of friendship and as you celebrate your independence?
Well, certainly, just to say that once more that we are neighbor countries, we are friends, and our relationship is stronger than ever, and this is another way to show our gratitude, our friendship to the Belizean people and to the government of Belize. So I feel very proud, and I hope that people show up, that we will have a lot of Belizeans at the concert, and they are very welcome. So as the Mexican community is very welcome, and I'm happy that we can celebrate this very special day of Mexico in Belize